Hello everyone, happy Thanksgiving, happy Black Friday for those of you in the United States, and for those of you not in the United States, it's always a good time to be thankful and to be, yes, thankful for everything that you've received. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone not in the United States as well. So as you can see from the video title, today we're going to go ahead and go over skincare products. This is a video that I've actually been tossing around and meaning to do. I kind of compiled it a while ago, but never got around to actually shooting it. So this video was actually the concept was restarted up by Coach Rob. I've done a similar video in the past where I've kind of gone through the skincare or the optimal skincare that you want to use to kind of go through and prepare your skin in order to receive fragrances. And this video is really expounding on that. So yes, Coach Rob did resurrect this video idea, not from me, but I've seen a couple other reviewers actually throw this out as well too. But his channel will be down below, and you'll be able to see the video that he did here as well too. Okay, so with that, let's go ahead and get started into kind of the whole skincare routine. Now, I've always said for the longest time that wearing fragrances is a lot more than just wearing the fragrance itself, but it's about the whole presentation. It's about preparing your skin. It's about the whole package, not just the fragrance itself. In other words, I'm not the type of person who would ever endorse just simply spraying on a fragrance and being set to go without taking care of the rest of your body. Okay, so first let's discuss when is it that I kind of use or take a shower basically for it, which is the first part of preparing your skin. I take a shower at 3 different times. I at least take a shower once a day, but at 3 different times I'll usually take a shower. One is in the morning as soon as I wake up. It serves as a way to wake me up. It serves as a way to kind of prepare my skin and to basically make myself presentable to the rest of the world for most of the day. Second time I take a shower is if I'm going to go out. So after I've usually been out to work or done something, and I know I'm going to go out, then I'll take a shower beforehand, get myself ready, and then go out for the day. The third time that I'll do this is if I've had, a long day, I've gone out and, if I've sweated for the day, if I've played basketball or done something physical, or, lifted weights or done something like that, then I'll come back in, I'll take a shower before I go to bed. I don't like to kind of leave and track dirt into the bed. So for that, I kind of prepare my skin in that way as well too. So before I take a shower, actually, something that I do as well after meals is brush my teeth. Very simple. And I usually go for something simple. Like in this case, I'm using Crest Complete. I'm actually almost done with this. But there are 2 things that I usually look for in toothpaste. One, I look for fluoride. I make sure that it is a fluoride toothpaste. You can't really see it right there. And the second thing that I look for is whitening. Fluoride and whitening are the 2 things that I look for in a toothpaste. I usually alternate between something like Crest Complete or Arm & Hammer Advanced White, something very similar like that. So these 2 are examples of stuff that I use. And right after I'm done with that, I'll go ahead and use something like Listerine, a mouthwash basically, to go through. This is one that I'm testing out. So far it's been pretty good. It's a 6-in-1 Benefit one. It restores enamel, kills bad breath, does the standard. It's a standard mouthwash, and I got that done. So as soon as I'm done with that, that's when I hop into the shower, right? So I have 2 routes for how I kind of prepare my skin, or how I use, products based off of what I'm going to wear. If I know the fragrance that I'm going to wear is a bit on the lighter side or would kind of conflict with another fragrance, then I'll go the fragrance-free route. If I know that I'm going to be wearing a heavier fragrance and it's not going to matter, then I'll go I guess you could say the optimal skincare route, right? So I'm going to discuss both routes. Let's first go over the fragrance-free route. First thing that I use is I'm kind of a person who does it top down. So basically, I take care of my hair first. I then take care of my face, and then I take care of the rest of my body, right? So the first thing for the head, I use something very simple. As you can see, I keep my hair very short in general. Head and Shoulders, I use it 2-in-1. It goes through, does its job real quick, doesn't leave a scent behind, and does what it's supposed to do. So the second thing is my face, obviously. The fragrance-free route that I use is Cetaphil. It's basically a daily facial cleanser. It goes through for normally to oil dry skin. It basically gets rid of the oil on your skin and cleans your skin or cleans your face as well on that. So I use this as well for the fragrance-free cleanser. So Cetaphil, it's a pretty big bottle, but either way, it works perfectly fine. And the third thing that I do is for the body wash that I go ahead and use, I use something like usually Dove Men Care Plus, basically. The reason why I use this one is this one has a couple of kind of fragrance-free or very light fragrance routes, and I'll use this one in general. I usually pair it with like a poof. This came with a poof, and I replace this like once every 3 to 6 months, basically. But it's basically a scrubber, and just kind of go through, scrub your body, and this overall general routine will leave your skin clean and without a scent. So the next route is the optimal route that I go through. If I know I'm going to be wearing a heavier fragrance, then I'm going to go ahead and go through this route. First thing that I do is I use a lot of L'Occitane products. So first, this was a L'Occitane shampoo, ultra dry rich shampoo. Whoops, sorry for the camera. But it's ultra rich shampoo for dry hair. Works perfectly fine. It leaves a little bit of a scent behind, but it kind of leaves your hair looking clean, looking shiny. And that's another reason that I actually go through and use it. Next route that I use, facial cleaner, is a L'Occitane. Now I'm going to be butchering this one, so I'm going to have to show you it. There we go. But yeah. So it's pronounced Ahur Essentia Eau Angelique Bio. I'm probably butchering that. But basically it's a cleansing gel that you can get at L'Occitane. Take a look up for this. It's excellent, but it leaves kind of this, I want to say, like grassy green type of a scent behind on your face. So that's one thing you might want to keep a watch out for. And the third thing that I use for the body is basically a shower oil. This is an almond shower oil. It does absolutely fantastic. This is one that I personally use without something like a poof. You literally just have to apply the shower oil. It turns into this light like lather, basically. You apply the shower oil all over your body, and then you just wash it off, and you can pretty much see the dirt and grime. Take the dirt and grime with it as you wash off. So it does an excellent job, and it also leaves your skin with a slightly almondy type of a scent towards it that will pretty much stay on actually for a while. It stays on my skin for like 8 hours, but it's not overwhelming, and you would never smell it unless you are right up on somebody's skin. All right. Now, those are the two routes that I go for that. And right as soon as I'm finished with that, and as soon as I'm finished taking a shower, I usually take care of my beard. My beard and my facial hair isn't something that grows out extremely well, and I usually just take it all off. And the reason why is I have the type of facial hair that grows like this. Basically, my stash grows like this. Nothing grows right here, just like that, and then this comes in. So it kind of looks like one of those old school villains, if you will. So I kind of like to just take it all off because I'm just not into keeping the facial hair yet. There may come a point where I do that, but just not as of right now. And for for shaving, I use something usually just as simple as Edge. There's not really much. You just put a little dab on, and then do your shaving care. I'll probably come up with a separate video once I decide to do that, but it's very simple that I use for shaving. I don't use a straight edge. I use like a disposable razor. And after I'm finished, I usually don't put like aftershave or aftershave balm. I used to like the, what is it called again? I forgot it. But it was basically kind of like this aftershave that kind of splashes on, and the scent goes away within like 3 minutes. It's a scent that doesn't stick around. But sometimes I'll use one of these aftershave balms. I've got a ton of these sitting around. These are just two. This is like Bulgari Aqua. It's like an aftershave lotion that kind of goes on. I don't like to put too much on because, again, I don't like to have the scent stick around for the whole entire time. And a lot of times I'll just go without it just because I don't really develop shaving bumps at all. So it's not an area that I've really explored. All right. So once that's all finished, your skin's all clean. Now you want to go ahead and prep your skin and prep everything else. So the first thing that I do before I do any of that is I put on deodorant. Now, I only use one deodorant, and it's one that I still swear by. It is Mitchum. Unscented, power gel, whatever you want to call it. This is what I use for a scent. Sometimes I've tried using, some of the other ones like scented, like Acqua di Gio, stuff like that. These are crap. They don't really accomplish what I want from a deodorant, which is to pretty much, sorry, itchy nose. But it's to pretty much, protect yourself, from your own body sweat, basically. And that's what Mitchum does to a T. It does it perfectly, and it doesn't leave a scent, and it doesn't leave that, nasty residue or anything like that. So I highly recommend Mitchum Power Gel. You only have to put on a little bit. It'll last you easily, day, 2 days, basically. Whatever. I never get to the 2-day point, though. So, whatever. Now, for skin, once it goes on, you have a couple options for skin. Now, again, I have 2 options, the fragrance-free route and the route that has a little bit of fragrances. The fragrance-free route that I usually go is this one right here. Cetaphil Moisturizing Body Lotion. It is lightweight, fragrance-free, gets the job done, moisturizes your skin without leaving it like oily or anything like that. And that's this route. Another route is what I call the baby oil route. This one I learned from my cousin growing up. It's not optimal because it leaves you with a little bit of baby scent, but this baby oil, it really traps in fragrance and mixes with fragrance extremely well. The problem is it's a bit heavy. It leaves your skin looking oily-ish, so it's not a route that I prefer anymore, but it does excellent on that. And the trick with baby oil actually is to apply it as soon as you get out of the shower and while you're still wet. So you want to apply the baby oil on then, and then you want to dry yourself off with the baby oil and, kind of wipe down the baby oil, and it'll still leave you with, moisturized skin. Problem with that is it'll leave you with a scent, and it also gets a little bit messy sometimes. Your towel starts to accumulate oil. It's just not a route that I go, but I just wanted to throw it out there. The other option is the option that includes, I guess you could say, my optimal route, which includes fragrances, and that is use something like body milk. Here's body milk from L'Occitane as well. It's basically firming, softening, whatever, but it does actually a very, very good job of moisturizing your skin. So body milk is the preferred route, and on my face, that I use my body, and on my face, I have a small vial of pretty much it's moisturizing fluid. Let's cover that, and let's see if you can see it a lot better. Whatever. Moisturizing fluid from L'Occitane as well, and it has that same leafy type of a scent that the shower or the facial cleanser has as well. So now there are other routes for fragrances or for moisturizing, like I've got a ton of these lying around as well too, and that's the fragrance moisturizing lotions, and I generally will use it if I'm going to be wearing the fragrance. So if I'm going to be wearing Polo Blue, then I'll wear it. If I'm not going to be wearing the fragrance, then I usually won't touch these, basically. All right. The final thing is the hair. My hair is different. I've got very short hair, very simple hair. I usually just go with something like a Dax Tendinite light hair dress, which will kind of leave it with a nice little sheen to it, and then I'll use my hairbrush on it. So that overall in general is what I do. I'm always testing out a lot of skincare products. I'm curious to hear what your skincare products are and what you use as well. So go ahead, feel free, let me know. If you're a female, don't feel like you don't have to post or anything because it's just for men that I'm talking about. But as always, I'm always open to hear thoughts for what people's skincare is, skincare regime. We're all here to help one another out. So let me know what yours are. So with that, thank you for this. Have a great day and take care of yourselves.